So what's going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video on the channel, back with another Q&A, the series where I take your questions from the comment section below to do with the zombie storyline, Easter eggs, and I answer them. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel, but let's get into it. Here we go, enjoy. So the first question of today is from Will Jones, and he says, in Tag der Toten, Misty says Dempsey is her dad. Is this true? So ever since we were first introduced to the transit crew back in Black Ops 2, everyone's been asking the question, is Misty Dempsey's daughter? Of course, the few links that we can make is, 1. Misty is American, Dempsey is also American. In fact, that really is the only link we can make. And then, as you say, in Tag der Toten, to top this off, we have a couple of quotes from Misty, which would make you suspicious. One thing that she says, and I couldn't actually find the audio for this to put it into the video, but I have heard her say it, is that her father is a Marine, and the other quote she says is this one.
That headshot was for you, Daddy. Hoorah!
Where you could hear she says, that headshot was for you, Daddy. Hoorah. And of course, hoorah is a quote that Dempsey says an awful lot. He is the only character in Zombies that we can associate that quote to. So when people first heard these, of course we were all making that link, oh my god, this confirms that Misty is Dempsey's daughter, he is her father. But when you really think about it and dig into the information and dates, it doesn't really make too much sense. First off, if you didn't know, because I didn't at first, hoorah isn't specific to Dempsey, it's not just something he's made up. It was actually a battle cry that was common in the US Marine Corps, and since Dempsey is a Marine, well, it makes sense that he says it. It's not a quote personal to him, it is common amongst Marines, and Misty does say that her father was a Marine. However, if we look at her backstory, we know from what she's actually told us, her mother died of an unknown cause and her father was killed by zombies. Yet we know Dempsey in our story is, well, was very much still alive. I suppose you could say maybe she thought her father died, possibly he got surrounded by zombies and ended up escaping, but Misty didn't witness that. You could try to find some excuse. We know that Misty used to live on a farm, she worked at a bar called the Boathouse, and the personalities between the two characters are actually quite similar. Misty and Dempsey are both very aggressive, they love their weapons, they love killing the undead. But we first meet Victus in Green Run, which takes place in the year 2035. We don't exactly know how old our characters are, but to me, if I had to guess, Misty looks in her mid-30s, so does Malton, Russman and Stuhlinger look a little bit older. But if she was in her 30s in 2035, then that should mean she was born in the year 2000, or around about then. It could have been a little bit before or after. And you do have to remember that we have two different timelines here, but in the original timeline, looking at Dempsey, when we first met him around 1945, personally I'd say he was in his 40s, which shows to me at least if Misty was Dempsey's daughter, she would have had to have been born before 1945, and those dates just don't add up. After 1945, we know everything that he did. He was with Ultimus, or Primus if you want to look at that version, but those dates make even less sense, so the times just don't add up. So looking at it, I don't think, and it doesn't make sense that these two characters are related. And although I do think it's strange that Misty says her father was also a Marine, and she says hoorah, more than likely he was, it's just he was someone else. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Steve Miller says, hey BOA, why are there no child zombies? Now this is a question that I've seen pop up over the years of Call of Duty Zombies. Why are there no children in zombies? And also it's been, why are there no women? Now, although originally in the beginning, in the start of Zombies, there wasn't any girl zombies, I guess you could say. One map that comes to my mind straight away is Shadows of Evil. There wasn't there, so that's that one answered for the people who still wonder, but yes, there are no children in COD Zombies. And it is kind of strange, you would think, logically, it makes sense. It is an apocalypse all around the world. Everyone from men, women, adults, children would have become infected. That is a fact, yet when we play the game, all of these zombies are adults. Why is this? Well, you could say they don't want to put children into the game. In a lot of 18 plus games that are violent, we don't really see children. I guess it's not a good idea to shoot a child in a video game. I don't think that'd ever happen in something like GTA. But then again, if we look at other zombies games, for example, Days Gone is one of them, there are zombified children in other games, so why not COD Zombies? If you're using that argument of them not wanting to put children in a video game that has guns, other games do it, so why can't them? Possibly they just don't want to. I don't know if this happens in any other Activision game. And you do also have to say, is it really necessary? Personally, I don't think so. Although yes, we do have a storyline in Zombies. A lot of it is based off, I was going to say real life and facts, which it kind of is, although they put their twist on it. But honestly, because I don't work at Treyarch, it's a difficult question to answer. If I had to guess, I would have just said they don't want any zombie children in the game because they don't want us shooting children. But then you look at other games that have done it and you say, well, why not? Because they have. I don't know, it's not really one that I can give you a specific answer to because I honestly don't know. Although it would make sense in terms of storyline, other than that though, I don't think there's really any need for it. The next question from Erin McCallan says, what happened to the reporter working with Mr. Rapt? So since there are two different timelines that we mainly follow in our zombie story, the original one and Dimension 63, that means there are two different ways, two different endings for the reporter's death. Yes, he did die, but we know this reporter worked for Mr. Rapt. Mr. Rapt was actually the Shadow Man in disguise, but he hired this reporter to do some work for him, where he sent him to different locations. One of those was Siberia, but he went to different places to recover several artifacts from around the world. One of those was the summoning key. We know as part of the Dimension 63 timeline, once the reporter collected the summoning key, Dr. Monty then wrote a letter to him, telling him not to hand the key over to anyone, and so when Primus Richtofen travelled to Shadows of Evil to confront him and try and obtain the summoning key for himself, the reporter waved Dr. Monty's letter in the air, and then as Richtofen approached him, the reporter attacked Richtofen, and in self-defense, Richtofen stabbed him back, killing him. And we can see in Shadows of Evil, the reporter is sat dead on the chair along with Monty's letter. So in the Dimension 63 timeline in Black Ops 3, the reporter was stabbed by Richtofen in Morgue City after he was sent to recover different artifacts from around the world. And now in the original timeline in Tag der Toten, again, the reporter is sent by Mr. Rapt to different locations to recover several artifacts. One of the locations he goes to is Siberia to recover a strange metal object, which is the Seal of Duality. But this time when he arrives there, he is found and captured by Group 935, and Ultimus Richtofen, just like Primus Richtofen in the Dimension 63 timeline, decides his fate.
Log entry 1438, date July 18th, 1945. Dear Diary, I have been at Group 935's Siberian facility now for nearly days, but mein cup already runneth over with exciting news. First, yesterday, I learned that I would receive not one, not two, but 3 test subjects. Hopefully with proper 115 injections, we will be able to use these specimens to access the human mind. The Chancellor's undead army is on standby until we crack this crucial step. And secondly...
Here he is, Richtofen.
Get your damn hands off me. Now what do we have here? A spy? If you know what's good for you, you'd let me go. Oh yes, yeah, I'm sure you worked with someone incredibly important. Honestly, you have no idea. How did you find my secret facility? Who are you? I'm a reporter. I was hired by a man, Mr. Rapt. I never met him. He asked me to find some goods for him. Things he wanted badly. Sounds thrilling. And what were these goods he wanted so badly? Look, I don't know the specifics. He just told me to travel to Russia. He gave me these coordinates, which led me here. How was I supposed to know it was a freaking German base? He gave some vague description of a strange metal object. This, I assume? Yeah, that'll be it. Called it the Seal of Duality. Whatever the hell that means. Well, the real vessel is not for sale. And is certainly not for stealing. But it is curious. I have only just arrived at this facility, bringing the real vessel with me, yet you somehow knew it would be here. How is this possible? How the hell am I supposed to know? I just go where the Shadow Man says to go. I don't know how he does it. Listen, if Mr. Rapt wants to find you, he's got his ways. Look, you want to go ahead and get this over with? If you're gonna kill me, kill me. Not like it'll matter. It's kind of funny, you know? Something Mr. Rapp said. About if I failed him and died, it'd be okay. He said he'd reach out to me all over the multiverse, whatever that means. I didn't pay it no mind then, but maybe some other me is out there having a lot better luck than I am.
Sir, what should we do?
Take the strange, sad riddle man away. Find a hole.
So as you could hear in Richtofen's recording, Group 935 capture him in Siberia, take him to Richtofen, and Richtofen tells them to put him in a hole, basically to kill him and then bury him. So that was his fate. In Dimension 63, Primus Richtofen stabbed him. In the original timeline, Ultimus Richtofen had him killed. So guys, there we go, that is it. That is all for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.